What's good? How are you?
I'm good, bro. You know, I'm on my way back to Boston. I was in New York. I just came from, where'd I come from? Miami? I just came from Miami, and I was in New York. Now I'm on my way back to Boston.
Bro, you've been moving so crazy in the last year. And I'm going to tell you, I have to tell a couple of stories to start this thing off, right?
Yeah,
Because I see the internets and the chatter, and I just want to clear things up. When you guys see Millyz in the videos and the lifestyle, this is authentic. This is not an act. This is not like some suburban kid putting on a show. I've known Millyz probably since he was about 17, when he used to be hanging out in the Middle East, getting in trouble. You know what I mean? Acting wild. A lot of people counted Millyz out. Is this true?
Facts.
A lot of people counted Millyz out, and you found a way. You know, I mean, going back 10 years, you've been at this, and you found a way, and you cracked the code right now. And the energy and the freestyles and the videos, dude, you're very close. You're very close.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
I had to give you your flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I appreciate that coming from you. Definitely. You know, you're a major person to ever come out of the Massachusetts area. You know.
Thank you. No, I did it with love, man, because the city accepted me when I was young. You know, hosting the parties and doing stuff, and we always it felt great, you know what I mean, to be a part of something like the Boston hip hop scene. And, you know, you can go back to us being out there with Schizophrenics and 7L and Esoteric, or even when Smoke was coming up, doing his thing on the radio on Hot 97, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Chubb. I was there for a lot of stuff, a lot of action, but man, I'm really impressed at what you've done over the last year. I was in Mexico at DJ Enough's wedding, like last November, right? And I see Set Free. And I walk up on Set Free, and I'm like, thank you for working with Millyz. I was like, this is a good kid. You know, this is a good person.
Yeah.
And you work so hard, bro. So that was cool. And then I saw you and Jadakiss sitting courtside at the basketball game. And I was like, yo, this is a major look. And I'm like rooting for you at my house. You know, I'm like, how are they going to get on TV? How are they going to get noticed? And I don't know who fell on you guys.
Rodney Hood.
Bro, perfect. Of course it was Rodney Hood that fell on you guys. And it was on sports.
Kiss got a bar that says, no matter where I go, I can't escape the hood. So people, when Rodney Hood fell on us, you know.
It was perfect. And he had like a glass of wine like this, like trying to finesse it. Yo, It was the right place, the right time, and things are lining up for you, man. Yo, let's run down a couple of things real quick. How did you make the connection with Set Free? He was a guy that put on the N1 mixtapes and very influential culture guy from New York. How did that happen, man?
He knew somebody in Philly who was Beanie Siegel's manager at the time, who saw me on World Star and was like, yo, I really like this kid. I think this kid is talented. And he showed Free a video. This like 2012. And Free was like, yo, you want to come out to Philly to meet me? I'll give you a hotel room. And to me, that was like the illest shit. I'm like, a free hotel room? What? I took my girl. We was out there. You know what I mean? So, I chopped it with him. He was cool. And he was just like, yo, if you're serious, you should probably like move to New York and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that never, I never really considered that, but then, you know, I just followed his lead because he's such like a positive guy, and I was coming from like all negativity. I felt like, you know what I mean? So I was out there with him, and now I'm at these like, in the first week I went out there with him, I got in a fight instantly right in front of him type shit, and I was like, I blew it.
Of course you did. No, he loved it.
I blew it. I called my mother. I was like, I think I'm gonna have to get a bus ticket home. It's over. I fucked everything up. You know, but Free didn't actually bug out because I was kind of in the right. I was defending somebody else. So from that moment, I knew, I could rock with him. He's gonna accept me from me or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just basically I moved to New York and I started rocking with him. But he told me, he was like, yo, you're gonna have to build your own network, and that's what I went out and did. But we've been rocking ever since.
I remember 10 years ago when you were running around, rest in peace, Rock Ducati. And smoking them. Yeah, no, and your family, you were out there with the camera. I remember this project you had, The White Boy Like Me. And it was like, yo, dog, to see this, to go to New York is a big look. Now you linked up with Jadakiss, the So Raspy Coast. And as an East Coast rap guy, which I know you are, your heart and core, this is awesome. Like you and Jadakiss it's perfect, bro. Perfect.
Yeah, it's so dope. It's so dope. I'm so glad to be signed to a legend because I could have been signed to one of the, you know, maybe like a young upcoming rapper. I was talking to Dave East about it too. Dave East was like, yo, I couldn't be signed to nobody but Nas, like a legend, because
it's
you
perfect.
can't sign to somebody that's in your age range. This kind of, it's weird. You know what I mean? I'm with the GOAT. He's solidified. He's like the Statue of Liberty. You know what I mean?
Forever.
And he can't fall off. You feel me?
No,
so I'm playing the long game as far as my career. I could have been with a young hot artist that's like, you know, booming in the time with a #1 single. And it might have took me to more IG followers right now, but in the long run it would have crashed and burned. So I'm with a GOAT, and I feel good about that.
That's the best thing, and really independent ownership, and you guys building your own thing. Kiss knows the ins and outs of this, and dealing with Puffies and Interscopes and Rough Riders and them, so it's perfect. And the Dave East relationship, I know Dave casually, and he's a really solid, super cool guy.
My brother,
Talk about that relationship, man.
That was like before Nas co-signed him. I had seen him rapping on Static and shit like that. And we were sitting around thinking, yo, who should we get for the project? And my man is like, yo, I know East manager, Wayno, at the time. So we went through Wayno and we got a verse, and it was cheap at the time. It was cheap, but it was still a lot of money to me, though. Like, I don't know. I didn't have any, you know?
What era? This is like Hate Me Now?
This is like 2013.
Oh, like Black Rose, like early.
Before Black Rose dropped.
Woo! Okay, it's young Dave East. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? So so I locked in with him then, and then I came back the next year because he started heating up, and I think the feature then was, I don't want to say his price, but it was like double what I paid, but it still wasn't a lot type shit.
Yeah.
For real, like now he's literally 20 times what that was. And super lit. I came back. And I was like, yo, I give you half up front and half later because I don't got it. So we was always fucking with each other on that level. Like we'd go to Sin City, like the strip club, and just kind of move around. And I'd be at his events. So we always was tied in. He'd be at the compound with Set Free. But then over time, you know, we went on tour. He let me rock the stage for him, and like no business involved. You know how dudes be like, yeah, pay me to come open up on my just come out and rock. And essentially took me, you know, across the world, man. Like, you know, before COVID, we were in Amsterdam, Paris. Yes. You know, rocking real hip hop shit.
That's a good lesson to learn too, I think, as a young artist. A lot of guys don't want to feel like a customer when they're coming into this, but sometimes you gotta, like, when a guy's on and he's moving, you little, but yo, a little goes a long way when you're real and the music is good and you're official and you know how to carry yourself. You don't really gotta pay. It's right.
Cause you know, like you're somebody, you're a solid guy, so you're gonna know how to build a relationship with somebody. Like if someone puts you if you get to go to dinner with somebody, or if you get to be around somebody in a real capacity for like an hour, you know, you're gonna probably have a real relationship if they're solid too. So, you know, I bet on myself in that type of sense. But I don't understand why people don't want to be a customer, but especially the rappers that are coming from the drug game. Like, bro, if somebody has drugs, even if they're cool with you, they're not just going to give you a pack. No one's going to give you a pound of weed for free.
They just go ahead and make your money, man. You know, like,
you're my man, but like, this is a business. People come into rap like this is like, you come in and what are you coming in to get pussy? Or what are you doing? Like, this is a business. Like,
yes, man. Now, we talk about the business all the time, and I'm glad you know, the maturity, even in this conversation from when I first met you, because we really haven't linked up in probably about 10 years. And to have, be able to pick up quick like this, I hear it in your voice, though, the stuff you've learned. Let's talk about your new album, dog. This thing, Blanco 3, is ringing right now. You're doing big numbers first couple of weeks. What's it looking like?
Yeah. We did over 6 million streams in the first week. You know what I mean? Off rip, like the numbers came back crazy. So
awesome.
And it's funny because last year, like I noticed my man actually, China Mac, shout out China Mac, he got with me and he was like, yo, bro, you're killing them on Instagram and YouTube, but your Spotify is garbage. And sometimes you need a friend just to tell you something very bluntly. And I was like, damn, for real? Because I know he's not coming from a malicious place. You know what I mean?
Right. He want to help you.
Real? And he's like, yeah, your monthly listeners, bro. The kids look at your spot. Once he told me kids look at the Spotify, the monthly listeners, and they look at it like your follower count almost on Instagram. I was like,
Yes.
oh, I gotta
judge you. Yeah. You gotta gas
so
it. You gotta go.
And so I started strategically this year before COVID hit, single, because it's like that shit is all built on the algorithm,
yes.
you know, and hot music, algorithm and hot music.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
you know, I was prepared for this project to drop. We were running it up prior to this, you know what I mean? But now it's like I'm very focused on being a streaming artist and a touring artist, and just my dream isn't to be on a major label anymore. That was a big dream of mine. I don't even want that anymore, bro. Honestly, I want it bad.
Yeah. Yes, man. You get it, dog. You know the game. Any young artist that is listening to this right now, please soak this game in. This man wanted, like, the dream we had was to go big and get the big deal. But when you realize, no, all of us, everything, even helping facilitate deals, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's like, nah, how can we do this independently? And congratulations on the album. I was always super gassed whenever I saw you on Sway or on one of these shows freestyling. You were laughing yesterday on Twitter, but you'd be moving your arms.
Because you told me, yo, that was the most accurate description of my freestyles. You called me and you said, yo, those freestyles, when you're waving your arms, fire. And I've heard so many things about my arm movements. Like one motherfucker said, one dude on Kiss's page, he said, yo, why he keep moving his hands? It's like he's trying to put a spell on me. That shit. And then one dude said, Millyz is fire, but he looks like he raps with basketballs under his arms.
You're like, you're dribbling like.
Because I go like this.
Yeah. No, the passion is so lit. And just like, just knowing a kid and knowing where you come from and seeing you out there like that, we all like, you know, man, I've been cheering you on behind the scenes for years. And congratulations on everything, family, for real, man, for real.
Yeah, and even like I remember you early. I remember rapping for you early. See, one of my things too, I had to learn, yo, everybody doesn't have to love you at first. You know, like you gotta work for this shit. So I used to just be like, I'm me. Everybody should, you know what I mean? But I remember, I remember rapping for you at first, and you was like, I think you told B, she was like, it was cool, and I was like, it was cool. It was cool.
It was cool.
Incredible. But when I look back, no, it was just cool. It was cool. You know what I mean?
Was just cool. Yo, but the crazy shit is something clicked in you, bro. And I don't know when it happened. And you started with some of these tattoos and your energy shifted a little bit from a guy. Go ahead. Talk about this shift, man.
It was 2016, bro. That's why I tattooed that. Cause in 2016, I made my way on the BET Cypher, like no PR, no label, no nothing.
Yes. I remember that.
Yeah, and I like basically snuck in the building and convinced Jesse Collins and them to let me rap. And they said, rap right now in front of everybody. If it's cool, maybe. And I spazzed. I did a verse about Trump. This is one of the early ones, just killing him.
Yes.
And explaining shit. And they ended up airing the Cypher. They told me I wasn't even going to be on the TV version. They told me I was going to be on the website. But I ended up setting the Cypher off, and I was the first artist you saw when the Cypher kicked off. You know what I mean? So
family,
that was big.
That was amazing. That was amazing. I remember that, and I remember it was a sneak. Like, oh, I didn't even know you were going to be on it. And I remember it was political, and it was early before Marshall did his shit. It was early. Man. Back. Kudos to you. I remember that, and that probably lit a lot of shit up, because I know what it's like when I worked in black radio for 15 years, right? As a white guy from Boston. I understand what you're doing when it's difficult to insert yourself in that world, but when you do, the respect is unbelievable when you're able to like move in that world and authentically, you know what I mean? Like I see that, man.
Now, respect to you as well, because I definitely saw you on the front lines with a lot of the political issues, not even political, moral issues. This year, you know?
I had a moment where I felt frustrated with some of my other friends that really love to consume the culture and talk about it.
It's nasty, bro. I can't lie. Like it actually threw me that there's like that someone could not like black people and love black culture. I didn't even understand that.
Me and you on the same point. Yep.
Recently, like, I mean, like, I literally, like, that was mind-blowing to me. I just thought
Me
if
too.
somebody did, I didn't understand how somebody could love basketball and hate black people. That shit is mind-blowing to me, but it really exists. It's real. It's fucking real.
It's scary, man. It really is. And I learned a lot about my friends and myself. And, I had no problem leading like that. And I obviously, you know what I mean? You've been doing stuff like that for a very long time. So, man, now we're going to be all right, Millyz. We're going to figure this out. You're very close, my G. And what's next? So the Blanco 3 out now. I mean, I think you have a new record with Dave East coming. You guys were in the studio recently. Is there something happening?
Yeah, you know, actually on the night before my tape dropped, I walked into the studio with him and a beat was playing, and he literally walked in and he was like, "Yo, we should do Pablo and Blanco." So you're the first one knowing that. So we got a demon record going back and forth like Styles and Kiss, like so. Yes, but I got a lot of records in the tuck, and I'm about to keep just recording. I got videos for the rest of the year. Like for the rest of the year, I'm gonna drop videos off Blanco 3 and run it up, and then I'm hoping to double back early. You know, me and Static got something going on too, and I'm also hoping to double back. I'm hoping to just come back and just drop hectic, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop crazy. Because why not?
Your momentum is there, and I would tell you, keep dumping gasoline on the fire. Keep going, because you have something right now. People are talking about you. People are taking you seriously, like I've never seen before. So it's like, man, it's exciting, man. You did this, man. I appreciate that. You did this, man. Come on. Millyz, ladies and gentlemen.
Love, bro.
Yo, I'm going to hit you offline, but please, everybody, Blanco 3, it's out now. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Salute.
My man.